basically like how Islam is like one of the larger religions in the world. Yeah, basically it's the second biggest religion in the world. It's actually the fastest growing religion in the world, fastest growing religion in America, and the fastest growing religion upon women too. Basically, Islam as a religion, what it does, it actually provides answers to fundamental human questions, such as why are human beings here, who they are, and where they're going, basically. And to basically know what Islam is all about, all you actually have to do is just define the term Islam itself, because the term Islam is actually unique in the sense that it's not just like a name, it's an actual word with a linguistical meaning too. That basically what it means is, simply put, voluntary submission to God. And obviously, you already are aware, it's basically the same God as Jews and Christians believe in. It's not a sun God or any sort of different God, anything like other people believe as well. Yeah. So when it comes to Islam, basically, the most important thing is just simply the beliefs. Because without the beliefs, Islam is nothing. And that's basically what composes Islam. And the most important beliefs in all of Islam can actually be summarized in just 3 points. And it's simply the oneness of God, which we actually talked about before. The message, the message of God's guidance, basically, and afterlife. Those are like the 3 simple, like, fundamental aspects of Islam, basically.
And when you say the message, what do you mean by the message?
Yeah, the message of God's guidance, basically, to mankind.
Where would one find that?
Through prophets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the prophets.
Yeah. First thing is, the oneness of God is actually the most important thing. Most important thing in anything. So yeah, in the message, basically, God put us here on this earth for a reason. As we said, like Islam, that answers fundamental questions. Now, would you have to know why God would put us here on this earth?
No, not according to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you take a look at the term Islam and what it means, it basically means voluntary submission to God.
Right.
So what that means, what's it referring to, is that we as human beings, we actually have a free will.
Right.
So we have the will to do anything. Unlike, say, like the skateboard right there, it's just has to follow the laws of physics. It has to just stay right there. Whereas we can actually like choose to flail our arms around, or have the choice to whether, the choice as to whether we want to submit to God or not.
Right.
So basically, the reason why God put us here is to test us to see if we would use our free will to submit to Him or not.
Okay.
So that's the purpose of why we're here in Islam. And in order to help us pass this test, what He had was a message of guidance for us to follow. And the way He chose to send us this message was through the most righteous of people, who we call either prophets or messengers. Now, you're aware of like the concept of prophets, like in Christianity. Yeah, it's different in Islam. It just basically means one who conveys a message. It's the same thing as the term messenger. And basically, He sent them to all the different nations and tribes across the globe. And it's actually what we believe is like basically